Right now I am in the Philippines on vacation. I'm going to let you look out the window so you can observe a couple things. Okay, so you probably noticed that for one, it's really beautiful right here. It's a great place to be. But number two, it's kind of loud. You could probably hear birds chirping, people yelling. This is not a great environment for recording sound. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how you can get good video if you're on vacation or you're on a business trip or even just at home, and you can do all of this for free with materials that you have. You don't even need to have a perfect mic. These are tips that you can do anywhere, so let's get started. The first tip I want to share with you today is to not use your camera's audio. So far, the audio you've been hearing is coming from my camera. It's a Sony a6000. The mic is not that great, so what I would recommend you do is use your smartphone. If you're watching this video, and you are, then you probably have a smartphone. And smartphones, they don't have amazing microphones, but they do have good microphones. Some microphones even have built-in noise cancellation. So right now we're going to switch. Okay, we have switched to the phone microphone. You can probably already tell a difference. One nice advantage of this is, for one, I can see the waveform as I'm talking. I really like this app. It's called Parrot. It works really well for phones. The other nice thing about this is I can position it however I want. I can position it away from me, kind of getting the reverb sound. I can position it towards me slightly on an angle. Just be aware of where the mic is. I can put it far away from me. I can put it really close up if I want to whisper or get nasty clipping. That's one nice advantage of the phone. One thing I would like to mention in this video is I'm going to take the time a lot to have pauses so you can just listen to what the audio is like. So I recommend put on your over-the-ear headphones or crank up your speakers, use good speakers so you can hear the background noises in the audio. I will take a break. So right now I'm going to switch back to the camera audio and let you just listen to the background noises. Okay, now I am switching to the phone audio so you can hear the audio from the phone. So another tip I would like to share is do whatever you can to make your environment have as little noise or sound as possible. I don't have great windows here, but there are windows. They will block out some sound. So I'm going to go ahead and close the windows right now. The windows have been closed. I'm going to take a minute just to let you hear the audio. Still pretty loud, not quite as loud, but just about. The next tip I want to share is how to make a vocal booth. If you go online, you'll see a lot of people say, go to a walk-in closet or something like that. And that's a great idea and that works really well. Where I am here, I don't have a walk-in closet. But one thing that every place has, probably every place has, is a bed. And one thing that most beds have is a mattress. So the mattress will dampen a lot of sound, and then the blankets and pillows will dampen a lot of the sound. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my camera off the tripod. I'm going to use the tripod kind of like a teepee, throw all of my blankets over it, my pillows, whatever I can, and we are going to make a sound booth. You could probably tell that the lighting changed a bit. We had to go into town. If you look, so we're done with the vocal booth. It's raining right now, which are pretty good conditions for testing out how well a vocal booth works. So right now I'm going to pause so you can hear everything. Okay, let's do this. Let's head into the vocal booth. Here we go. Going into the vocal booth. Wish me luck. I'm in the vocal booth right now. I'm going to pause just for a minute so you can hear what things are like. So, for one, it's pretty hot, and it's going to get really hot in here if I stay in a while. I might lose air, and I might die. But it's definitely better sound than out of the vocal booth. One thing I'll note is there's a bunch of people downstairs. They're all talking pretty loud. That might come through. Yeah, I can hear them talking. I don't know if it will come through in the audio recording or not, to be honest. I can barely hear a hint of rain. But all in all, it's pretty good. My final tip I'd like to leave you with is about positioning of the phone and breathing. One thing you'll notice, if here's me right next to the phone, and you can hear me breathing. It's probably pretty creepy, especially with the video. I apologize. But it's to illustrate the point that sometimes you need to adjust the way you breathe, and sometimes you need to adjust the way the mic is positioned. So for example, if I stand back, I'm back about a foot. That's about what I'd recommend. Smartphones pick up a lot of sound, so you don't want to be super close. The other thing too is, if I rotate the phone so it's at 3 o'clock or 10 o'clock, I'm still breathing kind of heavy because it's really hot in here. But you don't notice it quite so much. Sounds pretty good. Still, it still picks up what's in the vocal booth. So yeah, I definitely recommend when you have a mic that you don't have it right in front of you. It's going to pick up your popping. It's going to pick up your heavy breathing a lot more. And I talked a little bit about the breathing. And one thing I would suggest is, if you're breathing really heavy, like, you're in something really hot and you're losing air and you need to breathe, so that if you do breathe heavy afterwards, you can edit it out. And the same goes with when you begin to talk. Don't have a large inhale and then immediately start talking, but you can inhale, pause, and then continue on your sentence. That way, if you do need to edit out some audio, you can. Ultimately, just be careful with the way you breathe. Try not to have too loud of inhales and exhales. Make sure you have a lot of air where you are. If you're in a vocal booth like this, try not to stay in the vocal booth for a long time. I hope this tutorial helped. I think it's a really good tip. Honestly, you could use this at home. You could do it on vacation, business, anywhere where you can get blankets and a bed, which is, anywhere. Go ahead and hit that like button. Unless you don't like this video, then hit that dislike button and really hurt my feelings, and I'll cry. Also, you can subscribe, and that way you'll be notified if I make more videos like this. It's really hot. I'm gonna get out of here. Have a good one.